Bjerg, you're the co-host here at the conference.
Yes.
After this first day of the conference, what is your first impression? What is the first thing coming to your mind?
One of the things I noticed, so this is the second year that we've done it officially, but we've also done some other events like this. And this year I feel that there's like some form of progression in the sense that there's more sort of common understanding around some themes and so I think that's my sort of main, most immediate impression. Yeah.
And have you become aware of anything new within your field that has taken place or that you didn't know before?
More, I would say that I've become aware of links between my field and other fields. I was very inspired by Siva's talk on energy. I also spoke to one of the other participants who works in medicine, and we were talking about sort of the links between modern healthcare and medicine and all this and money. So I found that very inspiring.
And a bit philosophical question, what is your vision of a better world?
I think within this sustainability, people have different things that matter a lot to them. For some it's inequality, for some it's justice. I think for me it's, while I think those things are also important, but I think for me the most sort of immediate thing is sovereignty. To have control over your own life. I think that's one of the things that's happening today is that people sort of are losing control. I think the political sphere or the institutionalized political sphere is losing power. Other forces are taking over that, and people feel, I feel, we don't have any control over that. And that's one of the things that drives me the most, I think, is to regain sovereignty. And there's also an element of dignity. I feel it's undignified to not have control over your own life and your own country and your own society. So that for me is the most important.
And do you think that we can achieve this sovereignty and dignity with, for example, monetary reform?
I think monetary reform is one of the elements. For me, perhaps it's one of the key elements, but also what I discover in what I get from coming to an event like this. So I'm of course focused on this monetary thing, and maybe sometimes I get a little bit too into that. So for me, it's been great coming here and seeing, well, there's also people doing this and people doing that and that and that. So monetary reform is not going to do it alone, but I do think that these things are linked together. So I think if we can nail it with the money, I think a lot of other things will become easier.
And then in your speech you were mentioning the concept of debt drive.
Yes.
Maybe you can outline that now for a minute.
Yeah. So the idea is that we have a society or an economy that, in a way, it seems that it has to grow in order to stay stable. And when it doesn't grow, which it doesn't now, it becomes unstable. And in order to understand it, I find it hard to understand this growth imperative from a point of view where you say, well, we need growth in order to achieve some goals, like build a welfare state, send a man to the moon, or conquer another country, something like that. I think those narratives have fallen away. So now it's just growth for the sake of growth. And that's what I mean by drive. It's just something that it's just self-perpetuating in a way. It just wants itself. There's nothing sort of outside of it. So that was what I was trying to capture with this concept of debt drive.
And what is the most promising thing today that leads you to believe that a transition to a more sustainable world can take place, if you believe?
One thing I noticed, I don't know if this is, there was one, this was in the treasure hunt, there were some people from northern Jutland, which is where I come from, and I was very glad, because sometimes these things sometimes they tend to be a little bit Copenhagen-centric, at least in my experience. So I was extremely pleased to hear someone from Northern Jutland being involved in this. I was really happy about that. Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add? Anything else you want to say about the conference?
Change the money system now. I think that's no. I'm really grateful that we can have these conferences here at the CBS. So CBS has this strategy as business in society, and of course, what does that mean? But for me, this is business in society. This is business interacting with society. Sometimes business in society means business school and large corporations, which can be good, well and good. But in my mind, business in society also means business in civil society. So that's what, for me, as a representative of CBS, that's what this conference represents.
Do you have a book or a film that you can recommend?
I'm currently reading a book by Michael Hudson, which is called Killing the Host, which I think is brilliant. If you want to understand economics, if you want to understand what's going on, and if you want to understand what may happen if you're not careful, you want to read that book. It's very good.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.